back here. Flashback. Right. To factor trees. Who remembers factor trees? Kind of. It's like an upside down tree, which is weird, but it's a factor tree. Okay. So that's like if you start with, say, the number 24, and your teacher said, what's the prime factorization of 24? Right? So what can you multiply to make 24? Anything?
64.
Sure. Right? You could have said 8 and 3, 12 and 2. Right? All of those, you'd still get the same answer no matter what. Just pick two factors that you can multiply to make that number. Then what do you multiply to make 6?
2 and 3.
2 and 3. And these are prime numbers, so I'm going to circle them so I know that I stop right there. We're not going to show factors with ones. Like, that's not the point. And then to make 4, you do 2 times 2. Right? So our prime factorization would be 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. And probably
2 to the 3rd.
you could, but not for today's activity. Today I need you to stretch it all out, show all the numbers. Okay? So everybody's good with prime factorization? Yep. So now, how does this relate to simplifying radical expressions? Cool. All right. So we're going to do some examples. We're going to start with the square root of 150. So the way we simplify the square root of 150 is we start out with our factor tree. There's a lot of things that can multiply to make 150. I'm just going to keep it simple, 10 times 15. And then I can do 5 times 2. Those are both prime numbers. 3 times 5. Those are both prime numbers. And then I'm going to rewrite the square root, but I'm going to put these in order from least to greatest. So I took my factors, I put them underneath the little house deal, right? And then now we look for pairs, right? So because these 5s are a pair, I'm going to put that on the outside as a single 5. And then I have 2 times 3 left behind. And then I take that and I get 5 square root 6 as my final answer. Bless you. So we are simplifying it. So what this tells me is 5 times 5 is 25, but because it's on the outside, it's actually worth 5 times 5. And then if you multiply that times what's in here, you get 6. That brings us back to the 150.
How do you know what to put on the outside?
Because it had a pair. If it has a pair, it goes on the outside.
What if there's 2 pairs?
Great, put them both out there, multiply them.
What if there's no pairs?
Then they all stay underneath.
And that'd be the answer. What if there's 3 of the same?
One comes out, like so a pair of them comes out and one of them stays under. These are all wonderful questions.
Wait, so if there's 3 pairs, 1 pair stays
Nope.
in?
They asked if there was 3 of a number. So if there was another 5 here, we'd have a 5 under here, but these would come out as a pair.
Oh.
We're gonna keep practicing. Don't worry. I'm not gonna let you. I'm not gonna just
And if there was 4, 5, you put
2 outside.
you do 5 times
And
5.
you'd have 25 on the outside. Yep.
Wait, you put 25 on the outside?
Yeah, because 5 times 5 is 25. practice. We're going to practice.
5 times square root of 6?
Nope, it's 5 times 5 times 6. Yep, because this is on the outside. This is worth 2 5s, and this is worth a single 6. Okay, let's try another one before you guys try to overthink it. Just practice. You overthinker, thinkertons. That's what makes you guys so charming. All your overthinking brains. My 7-year-old was trying to tell me how to multiply last night. It was awesome. Like, you do realize I'm a math teacher, but you're doing it wrong. No, I'm not. Okay, we've got 48. There's lots of different combinations to make 48. I'm going to do 8 times 6. Doesn't matter which ones you start with. You'll still end up with the same prime factors. This can be 2 times 4. 2 times 2. And 3 times 2. Okay, so now I look for the pairs. Buddy up. So now I have 2 times 2, and the 3 has to stay alone inside because, you know, he doesn't have Buddy. And then my final answer is going to be 4 square root 3. So that tells me this is worth 4 times 4, and 16 times 3 is 48. MJ, I think you should wear those glasses every day. There's serious stuff going on next door. Okay, next page. I know you guys are thinking, like, this has to get more difficult. You're right, it does. Okay, so we're going to do the exact same thing we were doing before. We're going to find the prime factorization of 12. You could have done 2 times 6. You're still going to get 2 times 2 times 3. But this time, when you do the radicand symbol, you're going to do 2 times 2 times 3 times x times x. We're going to take that x squared and we're going to make it 2 separate x's. We're going to look for our buddies. There's my answer. Yeah? We're good? Let's do another one. M to the third, n to the fifth. Now, some of you are probably thinking, I could probably figure out the pair situation with those really long variable ones. Like maybe you're like, I'm going to take out one m 2 n's, leave the other m and n behind because you know evens and odds and you can pair them up. That's fine. Others of us need to write out the whole thing and circle and do it that way. I don't care which method you use. If you can do it in your head, great. If you need to write it out, fantastic. So I'm going to find my pairs. So I've got 2mn squared because there's 2 pairs of the n's. Any questions so far? Pretty straightforward. Okay, we got 2 more. And I'll let you get to work. I'm going to let you guys do this one by yourself. The only difference is that your answer will have a negative in front of it. So ignore the negative, do everything we've been doing, and then make sure you add the negative back into your answer.
Yeah, or like hard pants because of Valentine's, but these are the only good pants.
I don't. You guys want today?
Used to. Oh yeah, we will. Oh, we're gonna win.
Listen.
You know the objection as a
I what? It is
and
like,
she's like, that's a objection.
and I heard
I
it.
feel so bad. I remember one. She's like,
I said hi to her and I had to act all nice at the jump ball.
I asked her when you were with her.
Alright.
Yeah, because she's on our team.
Very serious without your mask on. Very serious. I get it right. I used to, at least with your mask on, I could pretend you were smiling under it, but you're not. Okay. Sometimes you will, now you are, because you know I'm right. You're not really smiling under there. You're like, I just want to get through this class. Okay, let's check our answer. Negative 2t squared 5m.
Yeah, I got that.
Don't forget that negative.
Actually did it.
Last one.
Now I'm smiling.
I know you're going to probably want to shortcut this with all those r's. Freeze it up. Go ahead and get to work.
What? Yeah, it feels 35 and something.
5 and 17. You're welcome.
That's the prime number. Do I have to write every single one?
Nope. You can probably shortcut it because what's 12 divided by 2? 6. So it's going to be 6 R's. And then you're going to have 4 M's with 1 M left over on underneath.
Wait, do we multiply the 5 and 17 at the end of it?
Just leave 85 underneath. Yep. I know it seems weird, but that's what you do. Coming around with 2 papers for you. It's going to be a little cross-curricular activity with geography and math.
Do we get to watch Blue while we do it?
Yeah, I'll put Bluey on here in a second.
What episode? Yeah.
It's called the beach.
Are they at the beach?
Wait, the one with the mermaid?
Yes.
I've seen every single episode.
Well, maybe it's where Bluey takes his mom down the beach.
Yep, and then there's
Spoilers.
and then there's crabs.
Yeah,
Guys,
It's so great.
Avery, how do you know so much about Bluey?
I have a 2-year-old niece.
I have a 5-year-old.
I can say every single lyric of each picture. I don't remember one.
It's hard not to like it just makes
Can you sing us the intro? Sing us the intro, Avery.
Mom! Dad!
I promise once I can show you that couple episodes. Addison loves it.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta bring in my Bluey doll that the student gave me. Hey, FYI, you guys know I love to tell you this. Yesterday I got 2 emails from separate students that I had last year, both telling me that they had to use their jam over the weekend to help them with a math assignment.
Wow.
So, just saying.
I plan like bowl my like gold colors in a one drawer.
We're gonna have to make some room somewhere else because it's gonna be worth it. Promise.
Put it up on my bowl.
They both separately, I mean, they're not even friends, so it's not like they'd be like, hey, let's email Mrs. Marsh. Like, I'm certain they're not friends. No, just different groups of friends, different circles. But they don't feel like,
7 is 49, right?
guess what? I used my jam today, just like you said I would. And I was like, okay, you're gonna email me next year and tell me how much you use your jam?
I'm gonna purposely not eat my jam so that I don't
No, my brother will.
Hey, listen, if you don't keep it, that's on you. There's gonna come a time where you're gonna be like,
you know how many times I've dropped this and like half the paper just spilled out and just like throw it all away because I did a week before the
does everybody have both papers? Okay, go ahead and get to work. Simplifying radical expressions. You find the answer on the math, and then you tell me what state that is.
Got it. There's 50 of these?
No, there's 15.
Wait, do we even know all these states are? I don't think so.
If you don't know, you can Google it.
These are different.
Were the states just randomized? Were the states that chose just randomized?
Some of the more difficult ones for students to remember. So you have to look it up. We work with people. You should be able to work. I don't want people sharing answers and like, hey, I'll do the evens, you do the odds. No, you do them all yourself. Avery. I'm on to you.